This is the Raw Misfit Show, where two long-term raw vegans explore diet and lifestyle solutions to modern-day health issues. Today's topic, how to go vegan for life.
Hello, beautiful. My name is Jeanette, and today I want to talk to you about something that is very, very, very close and important to my heart. Okay? I want to talk to you about something that I did 11 years ago, and it changed my life forever. It changed how I see the world, and it changed me physically, emotionally, mentally, and it's very, very important. Guys, I'm shaking. We are born vegan, and let me tell you why. Because kindness is a part of us, okay? Hey everyone, thank you guys for being here. Latoya, Zin, Tessa, Boo, what's up everyone? Kindness is a part of us, and it's none of my business what you eat. What you eat is none of my business. But who you eat is my business. I can't sit by, I can't sit on the sideline and watch you unknowingly hurt animals and pay people to do that for you, because I know that that's not who you are. You're a kind, beautiful, loving person, and I can't sit on the sideline watching that. And so my friend Matt and I are going to go live, and Matt has requested, so thank you so much, Matt. Okay, guys, this is a really important episode, so I thank you so much for being here, and we're going to get started right away. Let's bring Matt on. I can't do it. Can I do it? You know, when I click view request, nothing happens, but I'm going to get it together. Okay. Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, no. What's going on with your background?
You like that?
Oh, no.
I had to top you.
I know.
And I've got my watermelon here. Just, you know.
I literally wanted to bring a watermelon. I'm going to go get it. I'm so hungry. Okay. You can't really see my shirt, I realize, but whatever. Okay, so this is a serious show, Matt, so stop fooling around. Stop making it a joke. Stop making it about you and your fancy background. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, Matt. I appreciate you. I appreciate your heart and what you're doing in the world, and that's why I'm doing this show with you, because I've been thinking about this show for 11 years, you know, every day. And Cynthia, thank you so much. She thinks we're cute with our blue and the butterfly emoji. Okay. I don't know where to start, Matt, because if you guys saw what's in front of me, like it's just like a nightmare. Because there's so much to say and so much to talk about, and I need people to know. So in the comments below, guys, please write if you're vegan. If you're vegan already, I want to know. Can you do me a favor? Just put a thumbs up. And if you're not vegan yet, put a thumbs down. Give yourself a thumbs down if you're not vegan yet. Because the point of this show, and there's going to be 3 parts to the show today, and that is going to be the connection that we must make in order to thrive and be healthy and be happy in this lifetime. Okay, the nutritional facts and the myths about a vegan lifestyle, and the Q&A part, which, by the way, we have a special guest. Okay, so Jessica is not vegan, okay? Sounds like she wants to fight right after this show. Tropical Rambutan, of course you are, is in Rosie. Goddess, Donna. Oh my God, Donna, what's up, boo? I'm going to see Donna in a week. Oh, this is one of my favorite people on earth. Okay, so yes, thank you guys for all your thumbs up. And this show is truly for somebody who is not vegan yet, because you are vegan, you just don't know it yet. Just like you're a sexy goddess and you don't know it yet. If you don't know it yet, that's why we're here, to help you know the truth. So Matt, can you please do us a favor and tell everyone how your vegan journey started, you know, in a nutshell?
Yes, I would love to. All right. So my vegan journey, basically, in a nutshell, is, I grew up with a lot of the common health issues that a lot of people face, asthma, eczema, colds and flus all the time, congested, dry, itchy skin, all these different things. All right. And, um, my mom would keep taking me back to the doctor, and they would be giving me, asthma medications, inhalers, nebulizers, cortisol cream to put on my skin, these other steroid creams. And so, thankfully, after a while, the pharmacist that my mom was refilling the prescriptions with told her that she needs to stop giving me these steroid creams because later in life that could harm me. And so, that was, I think, maybe a wake-up call for her that, there was other things that we had to be doing in order to deal with the issue at hand with my health. And so, she did really get into the idea that you are what you eat. And so, she made a lot of home-cooked meals and things like this. And so that really kind of got me into the mindset that what we put into our body is how we express, our health and really our mental state, which I would find later on. And so when I was a teenager, I started to get a little more depressed, and I had other issues going on, hair loss. You guys have heard my story. Hair loss was what really pushed me to start doing my research. And once I did that, I came across people that were eating a plant-based diet, and that got me into even more of the food side of things. So I started to eat more fruits and vegetables. I did a juice fast, and my mind started to really clear up. And I was able to hear my intuition so much clearer. And that actually led me to watching some documentaries, such as Earthlings. And I saw what actually happens to animals when we decide to purchase animal products. And I saw, how they're used and abused for food, for entertainment, such as the circus and zoos and all these things, as well as clothing and other items that we purchase, and including the things that are tested on animals that you wouldn't think had any connection with animals. All the products out there, the chemical products, the pharmaceutical products, they're tested on animals. And so once I learned this, that is really all that I needed. And after I do my nutshell of a story, I'll get into more of the details on, what I really think. For me personally, I have basically like a 3-step or a 3-pillar, philosophy in terms of what somebody needs in order to make this lifestyle something that is, really ingrained within them. Because I know there's a lot of people that are saying they're vegan today, but their actions do not match what they are saying. So they're joining a trend. They're not exactly truly committed and truly connected to that cause, which is what this show is going to hopefully help you guys make that connection if you're still, on that journey to the connection of animal sentience and the value of life, of all animals and humans and all that, and taking care of the planet that we live on. So that was really, I had some health issues. I started doing research. I found out that we don't need to eat animals in order to be healthy. There's no requirement for animal products for the human body. And then I made that strong connection through watching Earthlings, and seeing other animal agriculture and slaughterhouse footage online. So it was the nutrition aspect where I found out I didn't eat animal products. And then I made the connection with true, the true life value and the sentience of animals, that they're no different than our dogs and cats or ourselves for that matter. And then, I went on to discover how to make this lifestyle work through studying people like Jeanette and, other long-term raw vegans that have made this lifestyle a healthy, sustainable practice that keeps me feeling amazing and keeps me thinking amazing, so that I don't fall victim to some of the propaganda and the, you know, the industry tactics that are being employed against people today to cause confusion and get them to, you know, waver and maybe just go back to their old habits, because that's what industry knows to do: confuse the customer, and they won't make any change. As long as there's doubt in their mind, they will, the chances that they will make an actual change in their life dramatically decrease. So you have to educate yourself, and you have to really make that connection, because once you are sound in your mind with your foundational education, they cannot confuse you as easily. It can happen, but it's much more difficult for that. So that's my story. I hope it helps. Jeanette, how about you?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so important. So a lot of people get annoyed by vegans because we're really passionate about saying this truth and spreading the truth. And I think it's, you know, I think it's normal, because guys, think about it like this, okay? I was thinking about this in the shower earlier. There's a burning house, right? There's a house on fire, and, you know, you're standing outside, and people want us vegans to be like, I think you should consider incorporating some water onto this property that is on fire. No, what's gonna happen is we're gonna be scared, and we're gonna be trying to talk to you, and we're gonna be trying to like get help and get a fucking water and get a firefighter. It's an emergency. It's an emergency. And so, yeah, I'm an angry vegan, and I've been working on it for 11 years. But the truth is that it's hard to work on something when you know it's an emergency, and when you know people are suffering, and the animals are suffering, and the planet is suffering. And I'm sorry if, you know, this episode might come off a tiny, and I'm working on it, guys. This is the nice version, okay? I'm working on it because it's an emergency. It's a life or death situation for these animals that don't deserve this treatment. You are kind in your heart. That's what humans are. They're kind. They're gullible. They're naive. They're stupid. You're stupid. That's why you're eating animals. No, okay. I have to get that out. You're not stupid. You're just uninformed, as Matt and I were once. So I was once uninformed until the age of 25. I ate animals 3 times a day, every day, and their byproducts, and I loved it. And I said, actually, I would never be a vegan. I said I would never go vegan, as all vegans say before they go vegan, okay? And so my favorite food on earth, guys, was fried chicken. McDonald's, French fries, waffles, and eggs, and steak and eggs, all the normal things that people eat were a big part of my lifestyle, my diet. And because of that, I was depressed. I was overweight. I had cystic acne. I had psoriasis all over my body. I just wasn't living a life that I wanted, okay? And I just thought it was life. I just thought being depressed and being sad and having so much anxiety was part of life. But it turns out, no, it was what I was eating. So let's get right into it, because it's already 30 minutes in, and we're gonna start now. So the top 5 ways to go vegan, okay? Because if you're not vegan yet, guess what? By the end of this episode, you're going to be. You're going to be, because you're gonna choose the life that you want. And if you wanna live a better life, you've gotta make better decisions. The number 1 way that I would recommend, if you want to have a better life, live a better life, feel better in your body, in your spirit, in your soul, is to watch a movie called Earthlings. Okay, Earthlings is free on YouTube. It was narrated by Joaquin Phoenix, and it's totally free. Earthlings, okay? I'm gonna put it in the comments. I highly recommend that you just check out this movie, and do me a favor, watch it whether you want to continue watching it or not. Nobody wants to know the truth, and the truth is, this is wrong. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone's doing it. And right is right, even if no one's doing it. And I don't care if you don't know one vegan. I didn't know one vegan, not one. I didn't know one vegetarian. But as soon as I saw this movie, no more. I cannot be a part of this. Okay, so Matt, what is your number 1 way on how to go vegan?
All right. So the first step, as I've already kind of alluded to, which is the step these are the steps I took. And you know, there is absolutely zero chance that I will ever go back to eating animals or their byproducts because, you know, for various reasons. But these three steps, these three pillars are the things that really have, you know, essentially idiot-proofed me from propaganda and from industry garbage. All right, so
to clarify, Matt still may be an idiot in some situations.
Many situations, just not this one. Yes, exactly. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, so the first step that anybody needs to do is to really just educate yourself about the true nutritional requirements of the human body. Because once you understand that there is nothing in animal products that you can't get from plants, right? Plants are where all the nutrients originate, the essential nutrients that we need, all right? So we get our nutrients from the plants, and the way that industry twists this is, you know, the animals are eating these plants, and then so they incorporate those into their bodies, but we don't need to use the animal body to get those nutrients. We can go straight to the plants, all right? And so once you understand this and you are confident in the fact that we are a frugivore species, right? We are frugivores. You don't see that term very often because I think there is, you know, there's influences, there's money out there to make sure that we don't even understand what that term means. Because if you truly understand, we are a frugivore species, and that means that we prefer fruit over all other food choices. And so a frugivore is just a subset of a herbivore or a plant eater. All right, and so frugivores do not need to eat animal products in order to thrive, and that is why, you know, we are not an omnivore, such as, you know, like they want you to believe. They say that because we can eat animal products, that, you know, we can eat cows, we can eat pigs, and we can survive for a while. But if that is the requirement for an omnivore, then you have to realize they're feeding farm animals like cows. I don't think anybody would argue that a cow is an omnivore, but they're feeding cows other dead cows and other dead farm animals, right? So yes. Is there a question?
I'm so sorry, Matt. I have to say something. I'm really sorry for this.
Yeah.
So somebody wrote in the comments, Jessica wrote in the comments, but plants no longer have the nutrients they once did. I just need to address this real quick before I literally explode.
Okay.
If plants no longer have the nutrients they once did, then why even get them from animals which are eating the plants? Why are we involving the animals? Why? The animals cannot get the nutrients in the non-nutrient plants. So what in the actual fuck are we talking about? And Matt's point is my next point. But I just want to, before we move on, Matt, because I want to just, because I know you're moving on, but yeah. I want to say that the protein, the B12, the iron, the calcium, all the nutrients needed for human health to thrive are found in fruit and vegetables. The only thing that animals give us are parasites, cholesterol, saturated fat, high blood pressure. Do you understand? We're getting nothing we need. This is me as a nice vegan, okay? I've grown. We're getting nothing we need, guys, from animals. Nothing except the diseases, except the strokes, except the heart attacks, except the ulcers. We're getting absolutely nothing. Jessica, if you want, I'll call you later, okay? Sorry, Matt, please continue, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if she can, you know, point out the nutrients that aren't in the plants that we have to get from animals, I would love to hear that. I have seen many vegans. I mean, Dr. Fred Bishi wouldn't be alive if that were the case, you know? Dr. Wilhelm, who lived to be, I think, like 105 or 104, he was a surgeon. He was vegan for over 50 years of his life, and he was doing surgery still almost until he was 100 years old. So, you know, there's many examples of this. Those examples would not exist if there wasn't certain nutrients that industry wants you to believe. Supplement companies, animal agriculture companies that want you to think that the nutrients aren't in the plants, because they are, again, we wouldn't have these examples if that were the case. So anyways, that is my first point, is to educate yourself so that industry cannot confuse us about having, you know, deficient plants and things like that, because, you know, it's just not the case.
Yeah, this is why I don't have friends, and I probably never will, unless they're vegan. And you know, I do love people that are not vegan, but it's hard for me to hang out with them, because it's almost like you're, oh, I hate to do this. I'm just gonna be honest, guys. It's almost like you're a serial killer and you're trying to justify it. And you're not doing it. You're paying somebody to do it. So it's easy. It's easy as fuck to swipe your credit card. But what if you actually had to kill the animal? It wouldn't be so fucking easy. Now, would it? What if you had to get your protein from a fish, and you had to fucking take the fish and open it up and do all that while the fish is looking at you? Because, you know, we often think fish don't have feelings. Or milk. That's not an animal. That doesn't have 2 eyes, 2 ears. No, guys, do you know milk comes from a mother who just gave birth, and the baby was taken away and killed, and we're drinking that fluid? Just consider how fucking wrong this is, just for a second. How wrong it would be if you had a baby and it was taken away and killed, and you had to pump milk for someone to sell, whether it's raw, organic, free-ranged, wild crafted. I don't know what the fuck they say about these products, but wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong, and in your heart you know that. And so, yeah, my number 2 is to honestly meet a farm animal, okay? And I say this because I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I never saw any animals besides roaches and pigeons, okay? Occasional rat. And so I never met a cow until way after I was vegan. But I know, I have a strong feeling that if I went to a farm sanctuary or a farm and I saw a chicken, a cow, a pig, I would have been like making a connection here. Yeah, they don't look exactly like me. Yeah, they don't walk exactly like me. Yeah, they don't talk exactly like me. But they have a heart just like me. And they deserve to live just like I do, in peace. Thank you so much. Tessa bought a badge. Thank you so much, Tessa. Tessa is our special guest today. So I hope she is ready. And I have a surprise for her as well. But I just want to say, simply spending time with your pet or your neighbor's pets, this is a good idea always, to connect with animals, because they're so much better than humans. But it would be a good, Jessica bought a badge. She's trying to be my friend still. So no, I love you. I love you, Jessica. But we can't talk about it, because it's my heart. Like, you're trying to convince me to not feel with my heart. So anyway, I wrote down, we share the earth with animals we aren't designed to eat. Okay? There's so many signs that we aren't designed to eat them. We can't eat them raw. We don't enjoy hair. If you were able to eat a pig, a cow, a chicken, you would eat the hair. You understand me, right, guys? Okay? You would eat it raw. You would love fresh blood. There's no such thing as a human carnivore. You don't enjoy eating fresh blood. Nothing about the way we eat animals is natural, normal, or healthy. Nothing. Matt, what is your number 3? Oh, number 3, right?
Number 2.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You kind of just took 2 in a row there. That's okay though. I love the passion. All right. So my next one is to align with your core values. All right. So once you understand that you don't need animal products to be healthy, then you need to align with your values, because most of us are not living in alignment with our core values. We might think we are, but we're really not if we start to really dig down into this. So you got to start asking yourself, do you support animal abuse? I think most people would say no. But if you buy animal products, then technically you do, because you're paying for that abuse to happen in the slaughterhouse, whether it's a factory farm or it's a farm raised, organic, free range animal. You're still cutting off their life about a quarter of the way that it should be. and you're still looking at them as a product, right? You're not looking at them as another individual. You're looking at them as a product, which they are not. You want to ask, do you support slavery? I don't think many people would say yes to that, but again, animal products are inherently connected with slavery, right? We are looking at these animals as our property. They are here to live their life just like we are. You don't want to be somebody else's property, neither do they, right? So that is why if you are buying animal products, you are technically, supporting a slavery system. All right. Also, do you think it's okay to harm someone unnecessarily? I don't know that many people would say yes to that. What does it mean unnecessarily? So if we don't need animal products to be healthy, which we don't, that would make harming them unnecessary. Eating them is unnecessary. There's so many other foods, plant foods, that we can eat and be much healthier anyways. But even besides the health aspect, just the moral aspect of a 5-minute meal for their entire life and existence, right? So do you think it's okay, even if a cow lives a quarter of its life happily, you think it's okay to cut off its head, chop it up, and everything that's involved with that, to have a 5-minute meal? Is that okay? Do you say yes or no? Are you living in alignment with your values? That's the question. And that is really what you have to tap into, is your intuition and your values and what your gut tells you. You don't like to see an animal suffering, I would assume. Most people don't. You hear an animal suffer, cry, wail in pain. You feel awful for that animal. You want to help that animal. You don't get hungry. You don't salivate for that animal. So that is another indication that if you're eating animals or their byproducts still, you are not living in alignment with your intuition, with your core values, and what you believe to be your, guiding principles. So those are some of the things that we need to ask ourselves and determine if we are living in alignment with the values that we, portray to the world. Are we truly in alignment with that? So yeah, that's my second key step into making this, part of your life that will not waver when propaganda comes to your computer screen.
Yeah, it's not about a diet. It's not about the way you eat. Jessica is writing a whole epic poem to me in the comments, but it's not about an opinion. It is about a fact that nobody deserves to suffer. You don't, your friends don't, strangers don't, and animals don't. Nobody deserves this. And some people, Matt, let's address, some people will say, well, you're killing plants. They're suffering because you're eating them. And of course, I could explain it myself, but you do it better.
Well, again, so this I think is one of the biggest reasons why Jeanette thinks that humans are so stupid, because truly they kind of are. We were too for 25 years. Yes. Stupid might not be the right word, just misinformed or, brainwashed.
Misinformed.
Yeah. People are misguided from childhood. So it's understandable. This is nothing personal. It is, but it isn't. It's to wake you up to reality, to, again, your core values. Nobody is in support of these things that we just talked about, yet they are contributing to it. So do plants, people that say that, one, it's laughable. It doesn't even deserve a response. It's truly insane. If you truly think chopping up a carrot or a piece of broccoli is the same as cutting a baby pig's head off or a cow's head off or your dog's head off, then you should be looking into therapy or some sort of psychological evaluation, because that's literally insane to think that. So if you want a so-called scientific reasoning behind that, what would be the reason to give plants the ability to feel pain when nature or God set it up where they have no ability to move? They can't get away from a predator if they, God gave us pain receptors, a nervous system, in order to be able to evade and get away from threats, from pain, from things that are going to harm us. And so, you put your hand on a stove burner when it's on, and you take it off right away because you immediately feel that pain. You take a lawnmower and you start going through the yard, you don't see the grass start to run away, right? There's no reason for it to do so because it does not have a central nervous system in order to feel that pain. Now, people can say that, it goes beyond the nervous system, but, show me proof and then we can talk. But until you have, and don't give me the BS science that says, they've put up, they've connected little wires to the plants and they can see that they feel pain or that they're afraid. In my opinion, that is industry funded BS to confuse you and really just to give industry more ways to confuse people. That's all that is. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't mean for you to stop, but.
Oh, okay. And I'm not saying that we should not respect plants, because I do think we should respect all life. Plants are alive, but that doesn't mean that they are not a food source for us. Again, if we required animal products to be healthy, there would be no debate here. If we actually needed them to survive, like a lion does, nobody is saying lions should not eat gazelle, even though it is sad and it's really, really messed up. I don't know how that, worked out in the design of this place, but what it is, while it is sad, the lions, this is another thing. The lions will pick out the sickest, the weakest, the dumbest animals to eat. They don't go after the biggest, toughest, healthiest animal in the herd, right? They scare the herd so the herd starts running and they can pick out which animal is the weakest and the sickest. And that's the one they'll take. When a human goes hunting, they try and take out the healthiest buck, the biggest buck, the healthiest, whatever it is. And if you were to do that, because again, humans don't seem to be able to think logically, you are effectively destroying that species. Nature has it set up where the predators will take out the sick and the weak and allow the gazelle herd to continue to thrive, because honestly, that's how the ecosystem works. They don't want to take out the healthiest of them. Otherwise, it's going to be a lineage of unhealthy, sick, animals. So the way that it's set up is that the lion will take out the sick and the weak, and the humans are going out taking out the strongest and the smartest, so that there's only left over sick and weak animals. So, it's completely backwards. Humans have, again, been brainwashed into thinking that they are doing something good for nature when they go out and kill things and eat them. But yeah, so I got off onto a tangent again. I mean, this show could be about 12 hours.
Because the house behind us is burning, Matt, and it's in fucking emergency. But I just want to say, thank you for stopping for a second. I just want to say that the way I live my life and what I learned, because guys, I don't think Matt meant it when he said we're stupid. We're not stupid. We're uneducated. Okay. We all were, and we're naive and we're kind and we're trusting and we're too nice. Humans are too nice. And we think that companies are going to be nice, that they're nice. But anyway, okay. So what I wanted to say was what I learned 11 years ago, guys, was that the food that we should be eating as humans, okay, if we don't eat it, it goes bad. So these bananas, I bought these bananas, or if they were on the tree, say they were on the tree, if I don't eat them, they're going to fall off and die. That's how I know this food is for me. So, I mean, I don't know if, and this is like, controversial, whatever. I don't know if vegetables are exactly for us because they keep growing, but fruit for sure is human food, because it's going to go bad, boo, if you don't eat it. Animals are not going to go bad. And listen, if you want, and we're going to move on, we're going to say our last two really quick, Matt, because we only have 15 minutes more.
Yeah.
But if you, I really truly don't have a problem. If an animal dies, okay, say you have a baby pig and you love this pig so much and it's with you for 10 years, 15 years, and it dies of natural causes. And you want, because you're a omnivore or whatever you are, carnivore, and you want to eat that baby pig, that pig after it died of natural causes. I don't have a problem with it. Matt, do you have a problem with that?
No.
No. Yeah. So listen, I don't care what you eat. The problem is who you're eating. Because if that pig died, if that roadkill, you want to stop, you see roadkill, it's already dead, you feel really bad, but you're hungry and you want to eat that, do it up, boo. I'll send you some ketchup. Do it. But don't you dare take an animal's life for your 5-minute meal and pretend that it's normal, natural, and healthy. The problem I have is that people are walking around acting like it's normal because they just don't know. And I thank you so much for watching this. If you're watching this and you're not vegan, I love you. I really do. And I appreciate you for watching this because that means you're trying to do better. And that's my kind of people that are trying to do better. And Matt and I, we aren't vegan because we think we're better than you. We're vegan because we know we're not better than anyone. Okay? But like, I mean, I don't know how else to tell you the truth. And you know, Matt is also telling you the truth, and it might sound harsh. It's the truth, and the truth is not always comfortable. It's not always easy to accept. You think I wanted to be a vegan? I was already weird. Guys, I was a weirdo my whole life. People made fun of me my whole life. I didn't want to be weirder, but there's no choice. Number 4 is educate yourself on the top 5 ways that I went vegan. Because yeah, Matt reminded me, these are the ways that I did it. Sharing my journey, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what you could do. I'm showing you what you could look like, okay? I'm not telling you you know, have to look like this, okay? So, because I didn't look like this before when I was eating dead animals, okay? I wasn't, guys, I wasn't beautiful. I was a fucking mess. A fucking mess. Go to my page and you'll see the before. I have a highlights part of my Instagram. Go to the before and after. And those are the good photos because I destroyed all the bad ones. Number 4 is get off the drugs. I recommend, in order to go vegan, you throw away all the processed food in your house. Anything that isn't found in nature is a processed food, okay? Anything that is not found in nature, okay? You only find fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds in nature. So anything that's in a box, a bag, a can, anything with a barcode is a drug, and you're under a spell, okay? And how can you possibly make the connection in your heart and use your common sense when you are on drugs 24/7? It's not possible. So it's not your fault. But now that you know, you got to do better. Once you know better, you can do better. You have a responsibility to do better. And I hope that I'm speaking to someone here that isn't vegan. That's what I really want to do. I don't want to talk to vegans because they're already helping me change the world. They're already doing their part. And cravings are just a nice word for addictions. Okay? We don't truly know what we want until we get off the addictions, the drugs, the chemicals, the toxic things that are very, very dangerous to the human body. Just because it's sold in a store doesn't mean it should be. Doesn't mean it should be legal. Matt, what is your number 4?
All right, so I can kind of just put all my last ones into this one, just to keep things quick. So it's really once you again know the nutritional requirements of the human body, you now have made the connection to your gut, your intuition, to you know, your core values. Then you want to just educate yourself on how to.
That was my number. Okay, go on. Educate yourself. He's gonna speak for both of us, but I just wanna. Yeah, fuck it. You're gonna say everything I'm gonna say. Just say it. Just say it.
Essentially, you just want to follow people. You want to educate yourself. You want to get books. You know, not to self-promote, but you know, you can get books that will educate you how to live this lifestyle sustainably and healthfully, you know, for the rest of your life. And that is the key to making the biggest contribution, I believe, to, you know, being vegan, to yourself and to the animals and to the planet. Because the problem I have with junk food vegans is that I don't believe they're actually vegan in their actions, because they are setting themselves up to require medications and other products that are tested on animals. And it's not just that these medications are tested on animals. They also pollute the environment. They pollute their own body. You know, you don't poison your way to health. And these are, you know, by definition, they're toxic chemicals. So you're not only putting a Band-Aid on your own health issues that are going to lead to further health issues down the line because you're not addressing the cause, but you're also polluting the environment anytime you pee, because you're urinating out the chemicals that did not get absorbed into your tissue or into your body. And so you eliminate a lot of that into the water system, and that gets into the environment. Not to mention, yeah.
Sorry, Matt, but you told me, and I don't know if you're going to say it, so I just want to say what you told me, that when you eat a junk food, a plant-based diet, right? When you eat a vegan junk food diet, okay, you are setting yourself up to require pharmaceutical drugs, which are tested on animals. Do you see the correlation here, guys? And I don't know if Matt was going to say it, but I wrote it down because Matt said it. But I said it on live, so that means I get the credit.
Yes.
Understand, guys? There is a cause and effect to everything. And if you try to convince yourself that we're not talking the truth, and it's not about a cult, it's not about us needing you in our cult. Why would I even give a shit about you? I don't know you. Why would I care what you eat if it wasn't an emergency? This is life or death. Your life, the animal's life, the planet's life. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That is what I was going to say. You know, it's something that a lot of vegans don't think about. They think that they can put whatever they want into their body, regardless if it's healthy or not, as long as it's, you know, made from plants, that they are doing some huge service to the animals, when in actuality they are, you know, setting themselves up to look and feel unhealthy, require medications. So not only are they using the medications that are tested on animals, they're showing the world this is what a vegan diet does to your body, which is not true. You know, you want to be on a whole food, plant-based, preferably organic, plant-based vegan diet. And that is going to help the animals with eliminating the medications. You're showing the rest of your friends and family what a vegan diet can do for your body and your health and your mindset. And you'll live a long, healthy life. And so, I mean, you'll give yourself a better chance, the best chance you can at living a long, healthy life. And so that is going to impact people just like Dr. Wareham, who lived to 105 and was doing surgeries up until, I think, almost 100 years old or something. You know, that has a ripple effect. People see that for multiple generations, and that impacts people years and years down the road. So leaving a legacy of what the vegan diet, a whole food, plant-based, healthy vegan diet can do for you is a huge service to animals now and in the future.
Yes. So I lost my train of thought, but I just want to say, guys, please put your questions in the question box. We're about to start the questions, okay? And there was a lot of questions, but please put them in the question box if you have any vegan questions. And Latoya, thank you for still being here. I'm doing this show for you, okay? Thank you for still being here. And also, you were going to say that, Matt, about the pharmaceutical drug.
Of course.
Well, did you ever think you would meet somebody with a bigger ego than you? Because I wanted to make sure and say it before you said it, even though you told me.
I'm convinced I'm in a padded room somewhere in a you know, some sort of medicated coma, and I'm just experiencing life through you. So.
Well, you are vegan, so you are a little crazy. And yeah, guys, what we're saying is the facts. This is not, we don't get credit. We don't get any money for convincing you. Like, don't buy I don't care if you buy my stuff. I'll give it to you for free. I'll give it to you for free. Seriously, I just gave Latoya all my stuff for free. I don't care. Because I don't care. I care. That's why I'm doing it. Because I can't sit on the sidelines. Aren't you tired of sitting on the sidelines? If you're a vegan that is like, yeah, to each his own, you're on the sidelines. You're not helping. You're not helping. And I'm not saying you have to be angry like me and be isolated from society like me and just, you know, hang out with people once a year at the Woodstock Fruit Festival like me. But do something every day to make the world a better place. I was going to say educate yourself. The first book I ever read was The China Study. That's the first book I read where I learned about what a healthy vegan diet could do. I so recommend this. Why are you smiling, Matt?
That was my first book that I ever read too.
Yeah, okay. So he read my notes, that's why. I actually, guys, okay, so this is my last show for the next 4 weeks. I will be going to New York in a few days and going to the Woodstock Fruit Festival to help run this amazing festival. And so Matt is going to actually have guest co-host for the next 4 weeks. So it's really, really exciting. But don't worry, guys. I've written Matt's shows. I've written all his lines. So it will be an amazing show, because how can Matt possibly know what he's going to say without knowing what I would say and do? The China Study was the first book, but then the World Peace Diet, the Mucusless Diet, Diet for a New America, 80-10-10. And you don't have to follow 80-10-10, but this book is amazing. I do recommend you get it. Return to the Brain of Eden, Nature's First Law. And guys, some of these people that wrote these books are not even vegan anymore, but that doesn't matter because they once channeled the truth. And that's all that matters to me. Like Matt says, Matt likes to talk about the 80-20 principle, where you don't have to always agree with everything everyone does. Like, just because David Wolf has turned his back on the truth, that doesn't mean I'm not going to continue loving this book. Guys, Nature's First Law, what a great book. And yeah, you don't have to be raw, because the point of the book is being raw, but it's a great book. Latoya, it was a true blessing. Your story's amazing. Okay, she's talking about me, even though I didn't really tell my story, but you guys already know it. I was sick and depressed and nearly dead, and then I went vegan and everything got better. That's a nutshell story, Matt. Okay. I want to say last thing, Matt, but there's just like, I wrote a whole book about this, guys. Central nervous system, animals just want to be healthy. I like when Matt says you're not just eating one animal when you eat a burger or a steak. You're eating multiple animals. It's gross. It's disgusting. You're also eating feces. They're mixing up flies and feces. And I cannot stand people that are like germaphobes or like super clean and super neat and super like washing their hands all the time, and then they're eating animals. If you're eating animal products, your insides are so dirty and disgusting. You don't even know what you're eating. Why? Because it's in a plastic packaging and it has a beautiful label on it. That's like me and Matt. We have beautiful packaging, but you don't know what the hell's going on inside. We're insane people, but you see us on the outside. You're like, oh, I want to be their friend. Yeah. That didn't really correlate too good. Oh, did you know the average vegetarian will live 8 years longer than somebody who eats dead animal body parts? And did you know that the average vegan will live another 7 years longer than the average vegetarian? That's an average of 15 years longer. But most importantly, the quality of your life will be so much better. The quality. I can't even express to you how impactful it was to go vegan for me. And I didn't care about animals. I never met an animal. I didn't grow up on a farm, guys. I didn't grow up having any connection. Yes, I had a dog. Yeah, my dog was my best friend for 12 years. But that's a dog, right? That's not a cow or a chicken. That wasn't an animal I ate. I would never eat a dog. If you're eating dead animal body parts, it's not because you're bad or stupid. It's just because you've been conditioned. And I love you, and I pray that you love yourself enough to take action and no longer contribute to the animal cruelty industry. That's the last thing I'll say, Matt.
All right, I got one more thing, and I'll make it quick.
Because you're a vegan.
All right, so I could say something about that too. Why vegans? Okay, no. All right, I'll just stick with what I was gonna say. So a lot of times you'll hear people talk about, and I don't fully disagree with this. It's good, but when people say to know your why and to understand what your why is, and that's what's going to keep you on this path. I don't disagree with that, but I also, in a way, want you to go beyond that, because this is really an issue that should not require you to remember your why, right? Like, do you have to remember your why when you're walking down the street and you just want to, you have to remember your why not to punch somebody in the face, or yeah, okay, besides Jeanette, yeah,
no.
or do something just ridiculous, right? And not being vegan is that thing that is ridiculous. You know, again, we could do again like a 10-hour show on this because there's so many just almost common sense things that isn't commonly thought about, right? The way that our body looks, all of our anatomical and physiological features are nothing like a carnivore or an omnivore. I mean, it's completely crazy that people can't understand that we aren't designed to eat animals. But anyway, so I just wanted to say, make this, you know, so deeply ingrained in you. Get the education you need to fully understand this to where you don't have to remember your why. You know, I do know what my whys are, but I don't have to think of them all the time in order to like willpower myself into not eating animals. It's just part of who I am. And I mean, it was there when I was not vegan too. I just didn't connect to it, right? So you have to make that connection, and you just have to make this so, you know, part of who you are that nothing can get in your way. So yeah.
Absolutely, guys. Okay, so like I take this piece of paper and I'm just like, you know what? I think I'll eat this. It's here. It's why not? I think I'll eat this. Do I have to like think about why? Like, okay, I can eat this. No, I'm like, this is not food. And once you make that connection, you'll realize dead animal body parts are not food, Jessica. Dead animal body parts are not food. And when I say Jessica, I'm talking all the Jessicas. All the Jessicas in the world. I can love you, but still want the best for you. It's not about a cult. It's about what's right and what's wrong. You know in your heart what is right and wrong. I don't have to convince you of that. You have to unconvince yourself of what you think you know. We have a lot to unlearn here in this reality, Matt. Well, I'm not really talking to Matt. I'm talking to everyone else. And Matt's like, we could do a whole 10-hour show. Well, this is our whole life. We could do a whole 100-year life.
Yeah.
So I talk about anyway, in my head, because I don't hang out with non-vegans, because I can't deal with it. I can't do it. I can't live in reality. So that's why I live on this show. Okay, so it's time. You ready?
I'm ready.
Tessa, are you ready? By the way, I tried to get Tessa's question beforehand because I was really nervous. Like, what if I don't know how to answer it? She was like, no, you know how to answer it. She wouldn't tell me the question, Matt. Tessa, boo. Please request. It is your time to shine, sweetie. It is your time to motherfucking shine. So,
excited.
What?
I'm excited.
I'm nervous. I made a fake account for when I joined the live. I don't want my friends to know. Okay, so Tessa, request. Go off here and come. Oh, she's got to do a whole thing. Fine, we'll answer some questions until you request, Tessa. I love you, and I'm excited to see your request. And I will, oh no, what if it's not Tessa? Okay, Tessa, join, say it's Tessa, because I don't need some guy. Oh, here he is.
I love the name.
Her name is Misfit Vegan Protege. Protege. How do you say it? Protege?
Protege, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
God, I can't. How cute is this girl? What's up, Michaela? My old best friend with the Let It Be tattoo just joined.
Am I your new best friend?
What?
Am I your new best friend?
I don't want to embarrass you. You know we're not friends, Matt. We just so.
Hey, the check's in the mail.
It isn't letting me join. Tessa, maybe it's time for you to step into your truth and join from your real account.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, wait. It is letting her join. Oh my God, I'm so nervous right now. Fuck. Okay, I'm letting her join. She's joining now. Michaela bought a badge. Ah!
Hey, there she is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Wait, can you hear me?
I can't hear me.
I can't believe I'm meeting 2 members of my top 5.
Wow.
Wait, but I'm number 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, well, actually, this is like the audition right now, actually.
Yes.
No.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Tessa, you're looking great today.
Oh, thanks. Okay. So should I ask? Okay. Well, actually, I'll give you guys the topic and then you could choose. Okay. So one of them has to do with, like your gut. And which I feel like Matt would want to answer that, but I actually want to ask that one to Jeanette. And then the other one has to do with social situations, and that one I want to get Matt's opinion on.
Okay, first of all, before you ask us a question, this is not happening. Okay, so let's just go back. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tessa.
I have been a fan of yours since the second I met you in the metaverse. And I just know that you are a beautiful being inside and out. And now I can see you are, because you have like no photos on your page. Why don't you have any photos?
Well, okay, because like, I don't know. I stopped using social media for like, but I should, I know.
You're gorgeous. Why are you
Oh my
wasting
God.
this beautiful creation?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, I just use it to follow others, but I don't really use it to post, but I should, I know. Okay, maybe like soon.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
You're going to inspire millions with this face. Are you kidding me?
Well,
I can't believe
okay.
how beautiful you are.
Oh my God, Jeanette, no, but thanks. But,
Don't argue with me, Tessa. I'll fucking block you.
but, okay.
Okay, so,
But, yeah.
Tessa, where are you from?
Well, first so I'm from Canada, and it's so funny because Rosie is from Australia. So next week, I don't know if you're going to have a guest, but next time you do, like, you have to have another country.
Ooh, I love that.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Matt is not going to have a guest because if he meets without me, I will fucking be so jealous. I will kill him. He's not going to do it. Not going to do it.
All right.
So okay, so Tessa, so
Rosie, oh my God, so nice. Oh my God. Okay.
I'll break it to you. Sorry. Okay, Tessa, so what is your question? And you have two apparently.
Yeah.
Only paid for one, but okay.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
your question, boo?
Okay, so I'll go with the first one. And it's too bad it's not like, of course it's still on the subject of the Raw Misfits show, but it's not particular to this show. And it's just because like I know it's bad, and it's like, so I'm so thankful for people like you, because I don't really go into like the animal topic because I just get too sad. So yeah, because then I'm just like depressed for the whole week. So I usually talk about like fruit and yeah. So my question, okay, I'll start with this one. So I wanted to know, because you guys always mention how every disease initially starts in the gut, and I know most people in our community like are aware of that, but I want to know if you could just elaborate on that, because I think people don't understand, like if you have a heart attack from like eating like gross meats and stuff, or if you have like lung cancer or like liver cancer or whatever, like how does that have anything to do with like your intestines?
What a great question.
Oh, phew. Okay. Oh my God, I thought it wasn't. Okay.
No, that's perfect.
How she said phew, I'm like,
I was so scared. Okay.
She said, oh, phew. Like you, what? I love you. Okay, so that is such a great question. And of course you can ask another one. And by the way, you don't need to ask a question about the show topic, okay? I don't know about Matt, but I have nothing to hide. Physically, emotionally, mentally. I have nothing to hide. And so I love you, and you can ask any questions you want, Tessa. Now, Matt, I would like to answer this question because I have an answer, but I'd like Matt's answer.
Okay.
She wanted you to answer. Okay, I'll answer. Okay. So how does that impact the rest of the body? So essentially, I mean, there's a lot of ways. The gut is obviously the hub of the body. Everything emanates from the gut. When you consume animal products, these are highly acidic foods, right? So they're going to leave acidic waste products in the GI tract, which are actually going to change the bacteria in your microbiome. And so the byproducts that the bacteria that consume meat create very damaging secondary bile acids and other inflammatory compounds, which weaken the intestinal lining. So there's tight junction proteins that keep, the things out of the body that aren't supposed to get in. And so when the inflammatory, byproducts, something called lipopolysaccharides, it's an endotoxin. This really basically makes holes in the intestinal tract, and it lets larger proteins get in, and that causes basically systemic inflammation. And so that's how, once it gets into the bloodstream, those inflammatory products can go all throughout the body, right? And so you're also going to have, the cholesterol from the animal products and the saturated fat. And these are going to raise the body's cholesterol, and it's going to create plaquing on the cardiovascular system. And so, that runs all throughout the body. You've got, the lower amount of short chain fatty acids being produced because the bacteria that produce butyrate, which is a super powerful anti-inflammatory compound that is made by bacteria that ferment fiber, it's not creating those anti-inflammatory products, and they, affect the brain health, they affect the cardiovascular system, and they're just really protective to pretty much every system in the body. So, those are just some of the ways to keep it short, that eating animal products can cause an overly acidic, inflammatory condition that leads to other, cancers and heart disease, stroke, all these things.
Yes. Tessa, thank you for this question because it helped me realize something. I have a talent. I can say what Matt is trying to say, but in a way dumber way. So let me tell you my answer. Okay? No, seriously, this is my only talent. So what I was going to say was, I don't know these fancy big words, but here's what I was going to say. The reason why the colon is so important and why disease starts in the colon is because it's literally it's like you're sitting in a dirty bathtub. Think of your colon like a dirty bathtub, okay? And if it's impacted, it's going to be disgusting. But if you get the toxins out of your colon, it's like taking that bathtub and taking the water, taking that thing that holds the water, the drain, taking it out and draining the water. And so if your colon's impacted, your brain's going to be impacted, your liver's going to be impacted, your kidney's going to be impacted. The toxins cannot get out of your body if they can't get out of your colon. And so that is why every disease, whether it's an eye problem, an ear problem, a heart problem, it starts in the colon because toxins must leave the body through the colon.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a really helpful analogy. Okay, and I understood.
So Matt taught me everything I know, but then I translated into like a 10-year-old's brain. And so yes, love that question, Tessa. Wow, such an important topic. We got to do a whole show on this topic, Tessa. And maybe you're going to be the guest star.
No. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot. That makes a lot of sense. And Jeanette, perfect. Because that means if you're able to say it in simple terms, that means you just like understand it super well. So
it's not being so smart sometimes.
Okay. And then very quickly, my other question is I wanted Matt to answer because I know, Jeanette, what you would do. And the question is, okay. Okay. The question is, let's say at work, there's like a Christmas dinner party for all the staff, and it's at a restaurant. Then, okay, I know Jeanette would like bring the watermelon, but I don't have the courage to do that at all. So Matt, what do you do?
Yeah, I've gone through that situation many times. So, I mean, I do think that bringing, your own food can be an option, but if you don't want to do that, really, you just order a salad. I mean, that's really all that I do. And I mean, I don't know how comfortable you are with, sharing this life, that you live this lifestyle with people you work with. I got to the point, at first I didn't really, but then I got to the point where it was just part of who I am. And so it was just so much easier to be authentic with that side of my life. Not in like an aggressive or like a preachy way, but just if anybody asked, I would just explain, really how it completely transformed my health. I got rid of my asthma and eczema and these other health conditions. So usually if you have a story like that, I don't know what your background is, but if you have like any sort of a
health story,
like a healing journey, people that hear that, they don't really take it any further, like question you. And then I just ask for a salad with, and you just pick stuff out that you're comfortable. You just make a salad that you like.
A salad, okay.
I want
to be a part of it. You
didn't ask me, but I want to answer because I got jealous for a second that Matt was talking to you and I wasn't. So Tessa Boo, first of all, one of my best tips is just say you're allergic. Like if somebody offers you something, you're allergic, they can't argue with that shit. And I'm allergic to anything that's not fruit. So like I say that. But also we can't change and stay the same. That's important to know. Note that, okay, boo? Because you were born to stand out, but you're trying to fit in. Maybe not you, but I'm talking to all the Tessas out there. You know what I mean? Because you're representing a lot of people, you know, on here. You know, millions are watching right now. I don't know how you're so calm. But so anyway, Tessa, oh my God, you're amazing. And just keep being you. And you're so beautiful. And I'm expecting photos on your page soon.
Oh my God.
I will stalk you. I can't because there's no photos. So Tessa, wow, why are Canadians so damn nice? I knew it. I knew you were from Canada.
Really? Okay.
Because you're so damn nice. And you have that little boot, you know, that little accent.
Do I? No.
Dude.
Hey, I'm from Minnesota, so I'm practically.
Oh, no, Matt has an accent. I've heard.
She makes fun of me too, so.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, phew. Okay.
I'm not making fun of you.
Okay, that makes me feel.
I'm not making fun of you.
No, I know. Okay, well, thank you so much for having me on. I can't believe I was going to wait. I was going to ask you to be on the show, but I was going to wait till because I'm saving up for my like, eat fruit, be cute apparel. But yeah, so I was going to wait until I received that, and then I'd be like fully ready. But then Jeanette just asked me, so I was like, oh, should I? And okay, I'm so glad I did.
Tessa,
so thanks, guys.
I promise you, that was the surprise. I'm gonna send you an Eat Fruit Be Cute shirt. Are you kidding me? You're like a psychic. So do me a favor, boo. And I was supposed to be, but I wanted to look extra sexy for you. So listen, do me a favor, boo. Send me. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you a really.
I cannot believe. Oh my God, no.
I can't believe you. You're so
okay. Anyway, we'll discuss because no. Oh my God.
We're not gonna discuss nothing. Send your address or you're done. You're done. You're out of my life. Find a new top. Tessa, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being you. And you're obviously.
No, thank you so much, guys. And yeah, like I would still. Oh, I don't even want to tell you in what situation I would be in without like this raw misfit show. I'm not kidding, but I'll tell you more anyway. So thanks again.
Tessa interrupted my goodbye speech. Give me a second.
Great.
Tessa, I love you. I appreciate you. You're an amazing, beautiful, bright light in this world. And we need you. We need you to keep doing what you're doing, okay? You're the reason that I have hope in humanity. I'm serious, Tessa. And I've never met you in real life. Now we met in the metaverse. And I hope to meet you in real life one day to give you the biggest, most uncomfortable, awkward hug that you've ever had in your life. And I will hump your leg like a dog because I'm obsessed with you and I love you. And I really, really, really appreciate you for being here and being my friend because I don't have a lot of friends. I really don't. And I consider you a friend and I appreciate you.
Oh my God. That is like the biggest compliment coming. Really. I have no words because you guys, it's like.
I'm glad you have no words. Tessa, I love you. I appreciate you. Gotta go. I love you, boo.
All right. Tessa.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Jeanette.
Bye, boo. Oh my God. Okay, this is the awkward part where she has to. Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, come on. Can we just do a whole show of the people we want to meet?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, it's just Tessa and Rosie. So I guess who else do I want to meet? Oh my God. What an angel on earth. It's going to take me a minute to get back down to earth.
That was incredible.
I need a coconut.
What great questions.
Yeah. Oh my God. I need to open a coconut because I need to replenish my electrolytes. Tessa just. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. So we have 10 minutes left, Matt, because here's why. We have to do this show for an hour and a half only. Not just because it's better for the watchers, for the people that are watching on YouTube, but also because my roommate Awa threatened me. She doesn't like to make noise in the kitchen. And she said she's not starving to death every week. Why does she have to eat every second of every day? I don't know. But so she said I have to be off by 1:31 or else she's coming on the live and telling all my secrets. And like, I was like, do it. Okay, so anyway, so adorable. Tessa, oh my freaking God. I am more obsessed with her than ever. And what is with these people, Matt, that are so goddamn beautiful and they don't have photos online? Can you explain? Here's a question for your smart ass. Explain that.
Well, you see, there's this chemical called poly.
Wait. Sherry wrote the most funniest comment, Matt. She goes, when Matt starts with essentially,
I know. I don't know. I blacked out and I just started, pulling out all the terms.
Tessa has a polyphenol. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Get through a few questions, Matt. Don't say anything because you're gonna take up all the time. So do me a favor. Let's get through some questions, Boo, because I'm going to be gone for a month. So people need their questions answered. You know what, Matt? One day. One day. Okay. Here we go. K. Lorvik wants to know. I was so excited to hear your beliefs on eat most of your calories from fruit, but I've just come across Marcus Bonkranz and his partner Kara,
yeah.
And they promote more greens and fats, etc. for health. How do we know which is best, Matt? How do we know? And don't start with essentially. Don't.
Well, you know, basically what we do is, so, do you want me to answer?
Yeah, but not your kind of answer, like a normal answer.
Like a normal, okay.
Pretend
That's
to
tough.
be a normal person, please, Matt.
All right. So basically what you want to do is you just have to use your intuition.
Guys, he can't do it. He's trying, but he's vegan for like 11 years, so you don't have too much. You don't have too much. Yeah.
No, I'm too weird. All right, so you just have to test it out on your body, essentially. You know, there's people that are going to tell you eat more greens. Sorry, I said
you're not allowed to say the word essentially. The rest of your life.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, if you want, you could go a couple weeks where you eat mostly greens and just a little bit of fruit, and then go a few weeks eating mostly fruit and a little bit of greens, and see how your body feels. That's going to be, personal experience is going to be the best way to know who is telling you the truth.
Oh,
and I'm not saying,
I'm
not saying Marcus is not telling you the truth. You know, he's got a lot of good information, but I don't align with that part. And maybe he does better that way. I don't know. But for me personally, and the people that I've worked with, you know, more fruit is going to give them the energy and the vibrancy that they're looking for.
Yes, that was perfect, Matt. If you could just do every answer like that, if you could pretend to be a normal person for the rest of the show, wow, the amount of knowledge and answers and questions we would get through. Okay. So thank you, Rosie, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Awa, noise is fine. Go as long as you need. Yeah, well, tell my room. I'm going to get kicked out of my house, Sherry. So, no, we gotta hustle. Okay, next question. Okay. Did you have a hard time in the beginning with dinner time? I do great during the day eating all fruit. They wrote in parentheses, I eat enough of it. Like, you know, because that was going to be our answer. But I eat enough of it. But by dinner, I just want dense cooked food. How do I get out of this? Do I just push through for a few weeks until my body starts to crave it? That's from Rachel M. Well, I would say, and we'll alternate, Matt.
Okay.
Even though you wrote the book on the salads, even though this is the salad master, okay. But let me just tell you guys that, yeah, so change is like dying to the brain. So in the beginning, it perhaps might be uncomfortable, but you have to practice what you want to become a habit. And so if you're practicing getting in lots of fruit and veggies, having big, talking to you, Zin Rosie, big salads with amazing, lots of stuff in there, get Matt's books and you'll have all the recipes, amazing dressings. Yeah, get his books. We get it, Matt. You have books. Get his stuff and you'll get amazing recipes, and the dressing is everything. Like Matt's salads probably taste like shit, but his dressings are so goddamn good, you won't even notice. I eat it all the time. I eat dog poo. I just put Matt's dressings on it. Ooh, it's so good. So guys, practice what you want, and don't try to do like a juice cleanse in order to get into a healthy diet. I know that's what Matt did. I know that's kind of what I did actually, but you want to practice eating fruit and vegetables to get better at eating fruit and vegetables. You don't want to practice going on a cleanse to live a healthy lifestyle. You like that one, Matt? You like that one? Okay.
That was good.
Write that down for when I'm gone, okay? All right, here we go. Next. Julie wants to know, Matt, focus, Matt. Oh, this is a good question for you. This is a good question. Hi, Jeanette, but we'll pretend Matt's Jeanette because he's pretending all the time anyway. Can you talk about the benefits of white fruit? Hold on. You can see Matt's very white. He's very pale. So that's why it's a good question for him. And he can't dance. So, can you talk about the benefits of white fruits such as white peaches and white cherries? What kind of question is this? They are only in season for a short time, and I really love them. Perhaps a discussion on one of your live shows would be amazing. So, I know as soon as I read this question, I was like, I'm a white fruit. But Matt, can you please tell us some benefits of white fruits?
Sure. I mean, okay. So essentially, you know, it's
That's it. The show's canceled. You know what? I'm leaving. I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back.
for 3 weeks.
4
4 weeks. All right. So when you think about the colors of fruits, each color is going to be, you know, it's indicative of a certain phytochemical or an antioxidant or some beneficial nutrient in that food that is going to, you know, be good for your body. So you don't necessarily need to look at certain colors and wonder what they're specifically good for. You just want to eat a variety of colors and get in at least 5 colors a day, you know, including your white fruits. And, you know, that's all you really need to know. And we can maybe do a show. I'd have to do some research on the specific benefits.
The essential research.
Yeah, you know, the essential research on those essential white fruits. So I would just say don't necessarily think of it as you have to look at specific colored fruits for specific benefits. You're going to get a vibrant, healthy body when you include as many colors as you can and include all of them, you know, whites, reds, purples, all of them. And that's really as simple as it gets.
Yes. I wanted to talk about how fruit, just real quick, guys, because this is a little tip that most people don't know. Okay. And so there's fruits that oxidize faster than other fruits. Okay. And so I'm sure Matt knows this. But the fruits that don't oxidize as fast. So think about it. You bite into an apple, it turns brown really quickly, right? A banana, I think, is one of them that also, I don't know, but I know for sure an apple, a pear. But the fruits that don't oxidize fast, right, like mangoes, you can open a mango and it can sit there for hours and it won't turn brown. That's because it has a very high antioxidant content. And that's how you know it's human food. And it's really, really powerful. You knew that, I'm sure.
No, not me.
Yes, you did. Okay. And by the way, I realized I eat a lot of white fruits. I do. That's why we can't dance, Matt. Soursop, bananas, cherimoya. I eat melons, like white melons. Wow. I never thought about this. Okay, next. Hello, beautiful soul. Okay. What are your thoughts on organic versus inorganic produce? Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, boo. Don't do it. Eat as much organic as possible, please. And, you know, of course, I don't eat a lot of organic because my stuff is grown on farms where I know the farmers and they don't use pesticides. But if you're not blessed like me, then work on getting blessed like me, okay? Because I had to be 35 years in New York City where I didn't know a farmer. And so what you're going to do is eat as much organic as possible. And if you have to eat it without peeling it, make sure it's organic because you don't want to be eating poison. Don't do it. So as much organic as possible. And if you don't peel it, definitely don't even eat it. Oh my God, I will not eat grapes unless they're organic. How about you?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Hi, Jeanette. Okay, next question. We'll let Matt answer, even though it's for Jeanette. You are so inspiring. Thank you. I have to read the whole question, guys. Okay, Isabella. Wanted to ask you, have you had any experience with spider veins and how did you heal those on fruit diet? Oh, Matt, what do you recommend for spider veins?
Okay. Yeah, great question.
What do you essentially recommend, Matt?
I would essentially recommend that you get onto a very anti-inflammatory diet. And, you know, things that are going to reduce inflammation and stress on the cardiovascular system. And it's going to increase, you know, just the overall functioning of your endocrine system, including your parathyroid, which is responsible for connective tissue. So, sorry, getting into a
big word. Small words, Matt. I can't understand what you're saying when you say all these big words. What are you talking about?
All you need to know is to get on to an anti-inflammatory diet. Now, I believe there are like, I believe skin brushing. I don't, it might be tender there. Actually, I'm not exactly sure if it's when you have spider veins, if it's tender, but I've heard that skin brushing might help with that. But the main thing is to get on, you know, a high fruit, anti-inflammatory diet with plenty of greens. And that should, you know, really help your body to start healing some of that.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Matt. Next question. Tanya wants to know, what do you recommend for me? I have horrible mucus. I'm on day 42 of a mostly, oh guys, oh my God. We have 6 questions in the question box. Oh no.
Whoa.
Okay. I'm going to read this one and then I'm going to get to those. Matt, make sure I get to those, please. Okay. What do you recommend for me? I have horrible mucus. I'm on day 42 of a mostly organic juice fast. Oh no. And I can't get rid of the mucus. I changed my body, shampoo, laundry soap to all organic. I try to help with environmental toxins. I do burn candles, but they are supposedly organic, naturally made candles. I don't know. And that's that's what the people claim at the farmer's market. This question. But I'm going crazy. I can see that, boo. I don't know why I can't get rid of the mucus. Okay. Real quick. Essentially, and what is that, a cigarette? I don't know what that was.
Something like that.
Essentially, I would recommend you get a colonic because your body's impacted. And when you're doing a juice cleanse, especially, you're releasing toxins like fast. Like that's what happened to me. Okay, when I went raw, I was raw for a month. I got really sick. I had mucus coming out of every orifice, like mostly my nose and my mouth, my ears. I couldn't hear. And so you got a lot of mucus because your body's getting rid of all the years and years of crap. This is normal, natural, and healthy, but you need a little help. So get a colonic, get a series of colonics, make sure they're gravity method colonics. And if you can't afford a colonic, do an enema. But I would recommend a colonic. It works much better and it's faster and it gets out lots of toxins all at once. Well, thank you guys for being here. We got a lot of amazing people here. Wow, thank you. And so that's that. Matt, we're not gonna let you answer. Essentially, blah 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 blah. Next question. Oh, let's do it. Okay, we got questions in the comment question section.
Cool.
Okay, Lala Warhol. Oh, related to Andy. Do you guys supplement with vegan B12 or what source do you use, Matt?
Yes, I do, because I went 7 years without supplementing and my levels got super low. And so I've decided for myself that supplementing B12 is a good idea.
Wait, I just need to count real quick. Do something essential.
What?
I'm counting the years. I want to know how long I went before I got
okay.
B12.
Yeah. So I did see somebody else mention that B12 is found in the soil, which is a good point because it's not something that animals make. It's something that the bacteria in the soil make, which I'm sure. Oh, okay. That's all.
Yeah. I went 8 years. So it was 8 years for me. So there is hope. There is a difference between us. Okay. So I have an identity because I went 8 years before I got my B12s checked. And I got my B12s. I got my B12 checked and it was super low. It was like 94 or something. It was so fucking low. And the doctor was like very concerned and I was like concerned too. So I started taking a supplement, but now I'm fine. Everything's fine. Okay, next question. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm detoxing. All right, let me delete that one so I can, okay. I'm detoxing but want to get healthy gains. Can I do both?
Like, for me?
I guess.
No, I would not. You know, there's a time for detox and there's a time for building up. You don't want to try and do both at the same time because when you're detoxing, your body needs that energy to help to detox, right? You want to give your body the rest that it needs to heal. If you're continually trying to build up at the same time that you're trying to heal, it's not going to go well together. So I would detox, heal yourself now, and then build up afterwards.
Yeah, Neil Young has a song, There Comes a Time. There's a time for everything. That's not the time. Okay, next question. Latoya, boo. What's up, boo? You're vegan now, right? So you're my boo now. So when you stop eating processed foods, did you slowly take out processed food and meat, or did you just remove them completely? Okay, great question. I'll answer.
Okay.
Essentially, no, okay. This joke is so old. Literally, I'm so over it. It's not even.
Yeah.
It's not
I
even
know.
more. Okay, so I'm different. I'm better than you. So no. I saw Food Inc. That's my vegan. Oh, we'll get to my vegan story because Matt took up all the time. But I watched Food Inc. because I wanted to lose weight. Nothing to do with. I didn't want to be vegan. Fucking, I don't want to be weirder. So I watched it and I saw the slaughterhouse. I saw a cow being pushed into the slaughterhouse, and it really hurt me. And so I went vegetarian because I didn't know that fish had feelings. I didn't know fish were essential. I didn't know that they were living, breathing beings with, families and eyes, and they poop. Guys, don't eat anything that poops. Mm-mm. And so what I did was I went vegetarian, but I still ate dairy and fish because I thought I was going to die if I didn't. Okay. I didn't really want to, but I was like, well, I have to stay alive to take care of my sister and my family. So I still ate dairy and fish. Okay. Then, Latoya, I saw Earthlings a year later. Immediately went vegan, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to eat. I didn't have Matt in my life. So I didn't know what to do. So I ate a lot of peanut butter and jelly, a lot of pasta, a lot of cereal. I was eating a lot of cereal, a lot of cookies and cakes and breads, but they had to be vegan. A lot of gluten-free, dry cookies, Cliff Bars, and so dry. And what's the question? No, basically, I have been on a journey, Latoya, to be honest, since I was like 14, to find out the best way to eat and try to be healthy, because I always wanted to be healthy. I wanted to look like this my whole life. It didn't just happen, okay? And so I wasn't eating a lot of processed food. I was eating dairy for sure, milk and ice cream and all that stuff, but the processed food I wasn't eating too much of, although I was eating fast food. But when I went vegan, I went raw vegan, okay? So I don't think that's what Matt did, okay? Matt took a whole goddamn year. Like, make a goddamn decision, Matt. I did it actually in a day. I know this is crazy, guys, but I saw Earthlings because this guy at the time, I was vegetarian, and he wasn't raw, but he was telling me about the raw lifestyle, and I was like, what is this? And so then he was like, well, listen, if you want to be vegan, watch Earthlings. So I was like, okay, I watched it, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just be raw vegan, because like I want to be healthy, I want to be fit, I want to clear my acne, I want to feel better. I had a very bad depression, very bad anxiety, and he was telling me all these things, and I was like, fuck it, I'm obviously vegan now, so I want to be raw. So I don't really know the whole story, Matt. It's actually confusing to me, because wait, that's not possible, because I ate pasta and peanut butter and jelly. So now I confused myself. You know what the problem is, Matt? It's like 11 years back. How am I supposed to remember what exactly happened? But I know that I went raw and vegan in the same day. I thought, this doesn't, does it? Oh, no.
No.
Wait. This does make sense. Yes, I'm sorry, guys. Because Food Inc. is the reason I went vegetarian, and that's when I started eating cookies and cereal. Yeah, okay, sorry. I thought I was lying for a second. I was confused. I'm playing a part on here, and I didn't know what part I was going to do. Okay, so yes, when I watched Earthlings, that day I went raw. Right. I gave up all the dry shit and started eating juicy, delicious, organic, vegan fruit and veggies. Well, all fruit and veggies are vegan, except for figs. Whatever the fuck is going on there. But I still eat figs. Figs is like an original fruit, guys. Figs is the reason that Matt's shaking his head like he knows this. But essentially, figs are the reason that humans grew their brains to be so big and so smart. And that's why they're not vegan. Okay, let's go on, Matt. Don't add anything essential, please.
All right.
Pretty much same question. Wait, what's the question here? Hold on, Matt. I'm confused. How did you get your legs so smooth? I swear to God, this is a real question. And I don't think I'm talking to you, Matt.
That's for me?
I don't know. How did I get my legs so smooth, guys? Okay, that's a good question. Okay. All right. Let me answer this for real. Okay, so I do a few things. I was going to make a joke, but no time. I use a dry brush. I have 2 dry brushes, one outside the shower and one inside the shower, because I don't want to take chances. So if I forget to do it outside the shower, I have it's not a dry brush, it's a brush, and I wanted to bring it, but it's a brush that's, you buy it at Whole Foods, okay, natural fiber, look like a hippie, something hippies use, and I use it in the shower to, you know, like get the dry skin off, and it makes your skin super, super smooth. And of course, you know what really is the reason my legs are so smooth and so beautiful. What is it, Matt?
Fruit, I think, right?
If you want to be cute, you gotta eat fruit. There you go, baby. Okay, next question, Matt. We are gonna say, this is the last question. There's a lot. Oh my God, Matt, please don't let me take over. We have questions in the comments.
Oh, come on.
You were supposed to be in charge of that. Did we go to the moon?
What?
I swear to God, Mathy Jazz wants to know if we went to the moon. Well, me and Matt live on the moon, you know? Like, where do you think we get this knowledge from? Matt, did we go to the moon?
Well, I saw it on TV, so it must be true.
Yeah. Okay, that hurt. So let's not answer that, Matt. We don't want to get canceled.
Right.
Why do I do things to make you laugh? Oh, do you want to discuss fish at all as compared to other animals? Oh, Sherry, as if we need an antagonist.
Come on, Sherry.
I'm going to put up more questions. Somebody said they're going to put up more questions so we don't go. Tessa, you're still here? I thought you'd be getting an IV from the Okay, in colder climates, it's more difficult to have smooth legs. That sounds like an excuse. Tessa, successful people make adjustments, not excuses. Okay.
Yes.
No, I don't know what that meant, Tessa. I love you. I'm sure it's hard to have smooth legs in Canada. You should move, Tessa. What are you still doing in Canada? It's very cold up there. You don't belong there. You're a human. You belong in the tropics. Sorry, I should know because I lived in both. And trust me, I'm thriving in the tropics. And I was thriving in New York too. No point in that story. Okay, Matt, last question. Wow, we have so many. No, we don't want to talk about fish, boo. What are your thoughts on seeded versus seedless fruits, Matt? Oh, this is, Matt, this is the last question. We have to make.
Okay. All right. Well, so I prefer seeded fruits because they are just more natural. You know, it doesn't make too much sense to have fruit that is designed to spread a seed, not have any seeds, right? So, you know, I try to go for seeded fruit as much as I possibly can. I do eat seedless grapes because that's really all that I have access to most of the time. During the farmer's market in the fall, though, we do get some amazing Concord seeded grapes, which are incredible. So I'm looking forward to that coming up here in a few weeks. But yeah, I would say get seeded if you can. If not, you know, it's not the end of the world. So if that's your only choice, don't worry about it.
Yes, the end of the world would be when you believe that there's a moon. Okay, so guys, I appreciate you so much. I love you guys for being here. This was by far the most important episode we've done, and I feel like I didn't do a good enough job. So when I come back, Matt, let's do this again all over. And okay, let's just do the same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Okay, Matt, say one last thing that's going to change people's lives.
Oh, God. All right. I would say, you know, kind of going back to what Tessa said, you know, she is a little, you know, hesitant to share this lifestyle and share what she's doing. Be as authentic as you possibly can be in all aspects of your life, because that is going to attract to you your true tribe, your true friends, and the people that are going to support you the most. And you're going to inspire the most amount of people by being as authentic as you can. Because remember, we are all here experiencing this life to express our own specific message and gifts. And if you're being a copy or inauthentic, or you're hiding who you truly are, you are doing a disservice to not only yourself, but the rest of the world and the animals and the planet. And yeah, so that's my last thing to say.
Okay, and I will just show you guys my legs one more time because I know Matt wants to see them. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And remember, you are vegan because kindness is who you are. That's a part of you, and you can't do anything about it. Sorry. I love you guys. Thank you, Matt, for being you, and I will see you in a month. Bye.
All right.
Thank you for watching the Raw Misfits Show. Tune in next week for another exciting episode.